Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have this Huawei Honor Holly with me, which is a budget-oriented device from Huawei. And in this video, we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this device. And regarding the pricing, it's very interesting. It is priced at rupees 6,999 and this product is available in India via Flipkart. I'll have the link for Flipkart in the show notes, and if you plan to purchase this device, please do use my link. It does help the channel. So let's break the seal, and oops, this not break, so let's take it out. And Huawei was a OEM that used to manufacture a lot of Android devices for other manufacturers, but now they are getting a little bit aggressive, and this is the device itself. We'll come back to this one a bit later. Let's quickly see what else do we get in the box. And we have the warranty card for the Huawei device, and it actually gives you a list of service centers that are available in India. And we also have a quick start guide which actually gives you a basic brief idea about the device, how to insert the SIM card, battery, etc. And underneath that we have, this is the micro USB cable to USB cable, and this is the power adapter. Again, looks very generic. I would say it has the Huawei branding and the Huawei logo here, but it looks pretty generic. And we have the battery itself, which is a 2000 milliamp hour battery. So here we have the Huawei Honor Ollie, and this is the battery. We'll just put it in, and without the battery it is actually very light, and looks like we don't have an indent. We can open it from the bottom. And it accepts two SIM cards. The first one is 3G and the second is just a 2G SIM card, and we can also add a micro SD card. The unique thing with this device is that it has 16 gigs of internal storage and that 5-inch 720p HD screen, which is kind of amazing for the price. Let's actually look at the device now. I'll give you a physical overview. On the top we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. This is the volume rocker and gives you good feedback, and underneath that we have the power on off button. On the bottom we have the micro USB slot that will be used for charging the main microphone, and on this end actually nothing. The rear facing camera is an 8 megapixel shooter. We also have a secondary microphone and a LED flash. It says Honor, and on the bottom opening for the speaker. It also has a front facing camera which is supposed to be a 2 megapixel shooter. Let's quickly just boot up this device, and it is not giving me any feedback, so looks like the battery might be dead. So let me just charge it up and I'll be back. And I've just put in the charger, and as you can see it is completely dead. Let me see if it allows us to boot it up. So looks, and yes, I'm able to boot it up. So we'll do the first boot like this itself, and it says Honor and it says it's powered by Android. And on the bottom we have the physical capacitive buttons, that is the back, home, and this is for the menu. The screen looks actually pretty reflective, but the handset feels pretty light even with the battery for a 5-inch device. And this is the boot, first boot, and I haven't added a SIM card, and we can connect to our Wi-Fi network. I'll do that. And it connected to our Wi-Fi network. I'll add our Google account a bit later. Let's just continue. And we are actually done, and it's running a custom Android skin. As you can see, it's actually very similar. It does not have an app tray, and it says we have this gesture. Yes, you can add extra home screens using that. Let's just go back and let's look at the settings. And if we just go to about the device, as you can see, it's running on the Android version 4.4.2. KitKat, but it's not the latest version of KitKat. It's 4.4.2. Let's look at the internal storage. That's the highlighting factor of this device. If you go to the storage, as you can see, it comes with 16 gigs of internal storage, and out of that you do get 12.88 GB that is available to you. We can also add a micro SD card up to 32 gigs. So regarding storage, you should not have any issues with this phone. So that's the highlighting factor of this device. Also, let's look at the screen, and the screen quality also actually looks pretty good. Let's see if it has an auto brightness sensor. Let's go to the brightness. Yes, it does have the auto brightness sensor, as you can see. So that's nice to see. Let's put it back on manual, and actually the screen quality looks pretty decent, I would say. And we already have folders like this. These are the Google's apps that are pre-installed, and these are also some of the custom apps that Huawei has preloaded. We do also have the FM radio and flashlight app. Let's see. As you can see, that's the LED flash. Let me just switch it off. Let's go back, and this is the menu button, and this is the home, and this is for the back. Let's press the home button, double tap it, and if you press the, I think so, double tap the home button, you get to the multitasking tray like this. So it's a little bit peculiar. One thing I am noticing is that these touch type capacitive buttons are not backlit, so that's a slight annoying, and it does not even give me haptic feedback when I'm touching these buttons. But the phone looks pretty responsive. And regarding the processor, it is powered by a 1.3 GHz quad-core MediaTek processor. It has 1 GB of RAM, and the GPU is the Mali 400 GPU. Let's quickly just fire up the web browser, and we're going to use the Chrome web browser, and we got to accept all this terms and conditions. And so this is the default keyboard that we get, and I'm getting that haptic feedback when I'm using the keyboard. So let's go to this techmeme.com, and again, if you notice how quickly it loaded it, actually pretty fast, I would say. But let's force it to the desktop mode. Let's hit this menu button and request the desktop version of the site, and that also loaded actually pretty quickly. This is the pinch to zoom gesture. Pretty nice, pretty responsive, I would say. And it's sporting a 5-inch 720p HD screen, and I have to say the screen quality is actually pretty decent on this device, and it's handling the web browsing also pretty well. Let's go to a slightly heavier website like news.com and see, and it's loading this one also fine. Yes, now it's loaded, and as you can see, it is working well. Let's open up the story. Again, as you can see, it loaded it pretty quickly. Let's try the pinch to zoom gesture, and that is also pretty responsive. Actually, I'm liking the screen quality. The screen quality is pretty decent, and the white levels are pretty good. It looks like white, not like some other low-end handsets in which the whites look like yellowish. So the screen quality is pretty decent, and as of now it's pretty responsive. And we also have this Flipkart apps pre-installed. We also have the file manager, and I guess got to agree. So a lot of custom apps that are pre-installed already on this device. And we also have a third-party browser. This is the third-party browser that we are getting, as you can see. Let's try. So apart from Chrome, this third-party browser is also pre-installed, and this also looks pretty responsive. Let's get out of this one, and if you double tap the home, you get to this multitasking tray. And let's also quickly look at the camera on this device. It's an 8 megapixel shooter. Here is the camera app. Again, the icons are pretty new, and we do have that tap to focus, and it takes the snap. Let's actually take a picture of this one. Let's take this one also. So let's look at the pictures. We took 3 pictures. Let's quickly have a look, and looks like the camera performance is decent. As you can see, I'm zooming in also, and then also the performance was decent. Let's zoom in, and as you can see, I'm zooming in. Then also we can read the text. So initial impressions, the camera looks to be decent, but again I'll be testing the camera a lot more. So looks like an interesting device, but again just can't say how will be the service and end support because Huawei is a new brand in India. So that's it for now for this quick unboxing of this Huawei Honor Raleigh. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.